It was my dream tonight. It's about some kind of tutoring. There was a lady, and she was doing some studying assignment. Yes, it was some kind of a school. And I was told that I should help the lady. And that how do I help the lady? I should encourage feedback from the audience. Because she was giving some talk or something like that, I should encourage feedback. The lady was talking because she was actually being accessed. So I was asked to help the lady by asking people to give a comment. And I was actually telling them that I have a daughter and I need to also do the same for my daughter. But why am I doing it for the lady? That dawns in my mind during the dream thing. And then as the dream progresses, I began to realize that actually I was also analyzing myself, right? I was actually assessing myself. And how? Because there's no one else who could assess myself other than my own self. Why? Because the feedback that I'm supposed to give to myself is my own. You see, when I analyze my thoughts, the whole objective was to assess my thoughts. And I should see how my observer reacts to what I see outside me. It's that reaction which is important, because I cannot possibly assess anybody, and nobody can assess me except me. There was one part of the dream whereby there was a member of the audience, and he signed the comments that he made. And I was telling him that that's a good thing. That you got to certify that your comment is true. Not just make any comment you like. You got to certify it. And so, in the very same way, when I comment on myself, when I comment on myself from the observer within, that's a certification. If a person just simply make a comment and without a soul attestation to the comment, it is not really worth it. That's why when I was talking to Israel, I was asking Israel, please attest, make an opinion of this thing, and an opinion of your own conviction. I want to have your own conviction, because that's important to me. And I guess from this dream, it's important because when he attests to it, I attest to myself within too. But of course, I must remember that nobody, no one other than me, is worthy to attest me. For I and I alone attest to myself. And that's why I need to observe my thoughts. Because I and I alone can attest to whatever is taking place in my space-time. But of course, for that lady in my dream, she's being attested by someone who's willing to sign for it. Someone who word it out. And that's true. You need to attest. But of course, I need somebody to word out their own words and state their own point. Why? Because that gives me the right to state my point. So in the duplex world, I need that attestation from another person, not he attesting me, but he attesting to himself. His confirmation of his own thoughts is important to me because it gives me the right to attest to my thought in the duplex world. However, the duplex world is not complete until I do it in the one world as well. I, the observer, I, the only one, must attest to myself. And how do I attest myself? Yes, I attest my space-time. That's why it's very important for me to observe my own thoughts, because I have to attest to whatever that is taking place in space-time. I mean, what's the purpose of living in space-time in a dual world if the presence is not owning it? What's the purpose of every action that is taking place in the universe if it is not I who is saying that it's I who do it? So in order for me to do it, the I to do it, I have to attest it in space-time. And very interestingly, I can't do it in the dual world. Yes, if I attest myself in the dual world, it's of no logic because it's duality, one part of me attesting to the other part of me. And if I'm expecting another person to attest me, it's of no value because the other person is just the other part of me as well. And if I'm attesting another person, it's also of no value because the other part of him is me. You see, what is happening here is that 1/2 is attesting to the other side, which is of no value because that 1/2, which is attesting to the other side, is itself nullified with the other side via an opposite zone. So the only way I could attest is to be in space-time, created by my own mind. I'm the creator. And then after that, attest from nameless present, the space-time. That's the only way I have created a promised land.